This has been a challenge made to me, something I've thought about doing for a lot of years, but never thought I really had maybe anything worthwhile to share with the world or people that even do what I do. Uh, my name is Chris Johnson. I have been working for myself my whole life, um, always in some sort of wood related trade capacity. My degrees in forestry, and worked carpentry for a lot of years. I was raised in the woods in northern Michigan and got my start actually just from a complete love of trees, cutting trees, forest management. Started building log cabins when I was 13 years old. And I have a lot of help. Help needs to go away though. Look out, help. Um, so this could be interesting. um, but I've done everything pretty much myself on my own with advice from my parents and my brother and friends from time to time. Um, I've done a lot of different things and I've learned a lot of stuff the hard way, I'm sure. Not been one much to go ask for advice or even to dig around on YouTube until more recently to learn how to do things. Mostly I just pick up something and start trying to figure it out. I think I was naturally gifted with a ability to do that mechanically. Woodworking. It's kind of been my niche. I always wanted a sawmill. I got one of those. So probably 12 years ago, I would say by now. There's a lot of miles on this mill. It's sawed a lot of wood. It's definitely wearing out on its second engine. Everything that I do, I've pretty much, with a few small exceptions, I've been very conservative and played things close to the belt. Don't extend myself on loans, debt, that kind of thing. So it's taken me a long time to get where I am, and obviously I've had setbacks. And there's the help again. And it's not always an even upward trajectory. You've got your ups and downs in there. Currently, I'm in Iowa. For those who would be seeing this and don't know who I am or have never heard of me before, I've got a sawmill, a cabinet shop. I have one employee, and kind of working a few different directions on things. Like I said, all of it's always been wood related, but with the cabinets, with the sawmill, I treat trees for emerald ash borer. That's just, like I said, trees are my total knowledge base. Everything tree and wood related. And then I like my vehicles as well. All my equipment, my vehicles are older. I don't actually personally drive anything that's made this century. I think that there's kind of a high point in technology that hit in the 1990s, and from there, everything that's happened has just taken away our control and our ability to work on things. So lots of people talk about that on different channels I've seen. Um, so I stay in the range of stuff that I can fix. There's always a pest. Get out. So I like to be able to fix it myself as part of. I'm not wealthy. I'm far from it. I try to be able to afford everything that I do without having to take a loan out for it. So hopefully, like I said, this is a challenge that's been made to me, something that I have not ever done before, something that I'm quite nervous about doing actually. So we'll see over the next week or so what I come up with, just telling my story, how I got to where I was, how I ended up where I am, a little bit more about my past. So it could be interesting. Hopefully, it won't bore anybody completely to tears. Um, but I guess if it does, it's a free country. You can tune out. Um, I do mostly sawing in the summertime along with my ash treating. I'm running a Norwood mill currently. I also have a Lucas mill for cutting larger logs, or at least breaking them down where they'll fit on here. Make things a little easier on my back. There's plenty of stuff that I get into that makes you hurt in the morning. And as you get older, you definitely want to be trying to do things that make it easier on your body, because it gets less fun over time to horse those things around. It's easier when you're younger, that's for sure. I sharpen all my own chains, my own blades. I've bought equipment that, again, on the cheaper side, equipment that I can do that with. There's definitely more automated and probably more accurate things, but I generally have pretty good luck with the way I do things. We do fight the mill sometimes, but you look at the straightness of these timbers. The blade's cutting pretty good on that. Currently, I'm cutting some Western red cedar that's from telephone poles. So the old Highline poles, they make some beautiful lumber. Oftentimes old growth stuff you can't get anywhere else around. So, and just too nice to waste. Beautiful wood. I'm here in Iowa currently. I don't know if I said that, northwest part of Iowa. So mostly farm ground, but there's a lot of timber to be had, an amazing amount actually. I get most of my stuff for free. I'm a scrounge when it comes to that. I have rarely, if ever, bought timber, possibly paid somebody for some wood or done some trading if they brought it here, but I'll go cut it, I'll go get it. I work with tree services, I work with cities as a way to get the things I do. I built my shed, the one that's behind me. It's all out of salvaged telephone poles, salvaged steel. The rafters I did buy just because it's not cost effective to make your own rafters. They are way cheaper than you can do it yourself if you figure your time, even if you have nothing in the wood. I will go into more of that, I suppose, over time, as I guess my focus would be on how I've done things very much on the cheap. I mean, I've got a building here that I built for $6. Basically, it cost me a tube of silicone. Everything else I was able to salvage or had around, including the fasteners. So I've torn down buildings, which is an incredible amount of work. Corn cribs around here have probably a train car load of lumber in each one of them, but there's also half a train car load of nails that hold it together. So it takes a lot of time to tear one of those apart and get the lumber, but that's the timbers you see behind me here, 24-foot 3x12s. Got them for free. Just took my time to do it. So it's just kind of the way that I operate, and it's been fairly successful for me so far. It's just a slower process. You can take out a loan and you can go buy all the materials new, and you can have a shed put up in a matter of a few days. Hire somebody to do it. But I'm not sure on the going rate on a 24 by 30 shed right now, but this one's got about $600 in it. So that's took me a little longer to get there, and like most things around here, it's still not done. Things get functional. I would like it to be done. I would like it to be a show place. Maybe someday I can get there, but that's a slow process as well for me, because you spend all your time working, not enough time fixing things up and cleaning things up. So it just makes it where, yeah, I end up in more of a disaster than I would like to be, tripping over myself. Not enough place to put things, not enough storage that I've built. I mean, everything here, this place was my grandfather's farm, was a cattle operation, had nothing to do with lumber or mechanical, working on vehicles, anything like that. I've converted the old hay barn into my wood shop, and I'm currently actually finishing the last part of the lean-to to be able to expand and have some more space to work. So some of that you will see coming up as well. So hopefully it will all go well, and I'll maybe get a little better at this as time goes on. Thank you for listening.